Hello guys, welcome! So today we are going to do a bunch of cool but useless stuff like always. Actually, we are going to do 18 plus ideas, and that number was clearly not on purpose. With the new 1.20 Minecraft update, we have a bunch of new blocks. Actually, there are not that many, but we can make stuff with them. And this is some examples that you just saw on the thumbnail, but I will even show you a lot more. To start, the new Minecraft update brings us the cherry wood. It also gives us the bamboo blocks, and it gives us some random blocks because they can, right? But let's go to the first idea. First thing that I noticed is that these blocks are perfect for plant stuff. Yes, plant stuff. For example, we can use the new decorative pot with trapdoors around it to create a big flower pot. Actually, we can turn it to be a functional decoration, adding a flower pot on top. And this is how it looks with the pink trapdoors, and obviously I also made a bamboo version of it. Just don't forget that you can actually use any flower existing on the game, and you can also create custom pots, just like this. Another thing that you can do with this new building mechanic is these small bushes. If you place a cactus on a flower pot, it looks like it belongs to the tree. Pretty cool, right? Another technique is using bamboo, and that little detail looks insane. The next idea was inspired by this small YouTuber, so make sure he gets the recognition deserved. With that said, I made my own version with the bamboo trapdoors. You can actually climb this wall, but it's extremely painful, so don't do that, that is stupid. The best way to build this is just by spamming trapdoors everywhere, and after that you just need to close them like this. And the next step is just breaking what you have done and place some vines. Easy. To make the bamboo version, you just need to follow the same process, but you need to use that material that I don't know how to pronounce the name. The fuck. Until now we just saw some small flower pots, but what if they were big? Using the ultimate combination between trapdoors and signs, we can make some interesting things. For example, this bamboo decoration that have a mix of bamboo and bamboo fences that looks like a mature version of it. And the base is that combination that I talked about with the trapdoor and signs, nothing else. Like you saw on the thumbnail, there is also the pink version of it that uses the big drip leaves like this, with a flower pot on top. Another thing that you can do with the big pots and some walls is like a cooler fence that you can improve by adding some trapdoors on top, or even slabs if you wanted to make it bigger. So let's keep talking about this very special block. If you notice that you can add things on top of it, that includes everything. Some of the trapdoors can have some cool patterns from the top view, for example the pink trapdoors, or even the mangrove ones that show a perfect example of penetration. Just don't forget that you can use any carpet in the game, or even pressure plates to make the same effect. With that thing in mind, we can for example make a dog food bowl that looks sick, and if you prefer you can change the ground color as well. This dog looks very cute, right? And what a nice name! I wonder how we got it. Oh yes, and if you are curious about the dog house, or the subscribe house, you know, subscribe, that's his name. I made this in the most simple way possible with the trapdoors, a slab and a sign. Talking about dog food and bowls to eat, that reminds me of dishes that you can make by hiding the decorative pot. Another thing that I saw on the internet is using the bamboo pressure plate to make a sushi area. And oh, is that Nemo? I found it! Talking about tables, foods and things like that, the pink and bamboo combination have the perfect color for party looking tables. And this is perfect, literally, even Subscribe loves it. Another idea to make your party more alive is making this thing that you can see in that picture, that I don't know the name, but you can do them with hanging signs. And if you are curious about the chair, it's just a door on the back like this, trapdoors around to make the seat, and a pressure plate like a cherry on top of a cake. I also need to mention that my favorite part is this texture from the door, it looks amazing. While I was playing around with the decorative pot, I noticed that the bamboo fence fits perfectly in it, and with that mechanic we can do a bunch of cool stuff. For example, this reminds me to make like a small roof where the support is made with this block. And also, don't forget that you can make perfect floors with this new bamboo mosaic block. One very good example of this is shown on my last video where I created a cherry blossom village, and I used this block to make the floors of the houses and the village's path. Going back to our decorative pot, we can make for example an umbrella with also the use of pink and bamboo trapdoors, and this idea looks like really good. To make the scene even more complete, you can add for example some chairs that you can build with scaffold, a door and a pressure plate, and again the texture of the door looks like really good. And this might be one of my favorite decorations. Actually, the next one is officially my favorite, where we are going to make the same thing but the beach version. To make the terrain more interesting, you can add for example the new sus sand. But this time you should put the decorative pot under the sand and make a smaller version of the umbrella with the use of the trapdoors again. Nice, this is cool. And to make the scene even more complete again, you can add some beach chairs around it. Also, don't forget that you can make little sand castles with some sandstone walls like this. Oh god, I'm having an idea. I think I can make this even better. Yo, this is sick, this is perfect. Wait, I'm having another idea. And now they have a little table where they can place some drinks and make some drinks. Ah, this is so relaxing. What do you have to say? Subscribe! The next design is a quite difficult one to make, so I will place block by block. So you start by placing 2 of these blocks. Next, you add the doors on the back, and on the sides you add a fence and a pressure plate on top. And now we have an outdoor grill that doesn't work. Perfect! To make it more interesting, you can add some item frames here, and after that you can place some signs on top, and at the end you just need to put some slabs on the item frame to simulate a small storage that also doesn't work. And to make use of the new flower, you can place it there because it looks cool. This is actually the perfect example of ideas that I come up with at 3 AM. The next idea is a very useful one with the use of the new hanging sign. You can make, for example, little posts that tells you the direction, and I actually prefer the use of a wall at the bottom instead of the decorative pot. I saw some people on the internet using the hanging signs to make like a small dangerous bridge that looks decent from the inside and it looks badass in every adventure movie. But the main problem is from the outside, where it looks kinda weird, and that's why you need to be careful sometimes while building because of the perspectives. Another thing that I saw, and it looked cool, is making a ladder with the use of the hanging signs. But guess what? It's useless and it doesn't work. The last thing that I saw on a bunch of different YouTube videos is that they used the hanging sign to make a better connection between the bench and the chain. I actually created this some years ago, so that's cool, it's an improvement. The next thing that you can make with the new blocks is a trillion combinations of light posts. Literally. The first version that I made is a city light post that looks awesome, and for that I used anvils and a flower pot over there. It's weird, alright, I know. The next one is a smaller version of it that you can use hoppers to make a really good detail with the lanterns, and I bet that you didn't know this trick. Maybe you know, but let's ignore that. The next is the same thing but with another interesting detail. We can use the gridstone to make a support for the lanterns. Pretty cool, right? The next one that I'm going to show you doesn't look that good, but it's just to inspire you. You can make, for example, a flower post instead of being a light post like the others. In this build I used the trick that I told you before, but on a different way. This time, instead of using the cactus to be part of a tree, I used it to make a connection. And this looks not that bad, but I know it's not my favorite. Another thing that I did in my last YouTube video is the use of bamboo trapdoors to make details like the windows of an house, or even entire walls, and it looks sick. Another block that we shall not forget is the new book thing that have a really good texture. With that we can make entire floors, for example, but it is a little expensive. But it looks good, it looks really good. You can also make like secret doors with redstone, and I'm clearly not good at that. For example, this was my best attempt to make a redstone door and so, subscribe! Do you think I should make another video about little designs? If yes, make sure to comment something because I don't guess your wishes. And today I hope you learned something new, and I also had a lot of fun doing this video. Lately I have been very motivated because I'm getting a lot of subscribers, and thank you so much because of that. I love you, but not on a sexual way. Why did I say that? And see you on the next video, bye! What are you doing here? The video is over. Come on, go away, or watch that video. That's also a great idea to make more things, but no, this is the end of the video. You should leave. You should leave. It's over. Bye.